I finally got around to watching Shazam Fury of the Gods. So that you all don't have to if you haven't seen it yet. I finally got around to watching it. And I could tell you right off the bat, I could see quite clearly why this movie bombed at the box office. The biggest problem with this movie boils down to literally three things. One, it is boring as hell. Two, it has no reason to exist. And three, it drags on unnecessarily. And that's it. I mean, this movie is 2 hours long. And literally, if you cut out an hour and 30 minutes of this, you could have made a pretty good show, and that's been done with it right there. There's literally 1 hour and 30 minutes of useless garbage in this movie that serves no purpose whatsoever. Just give you a brief rundown of it, and then I'll tell you the whole thing about it. Now, it starts off like 2 years after the events of the previous movie, where now we see Hespera and Calypso, Helen Mirren and Lucy Liu, who are the daughters of Atlas. They go into this museum in Athens to steal the wizard who gave Shazam his powers, the broken staff. They go to steal that. We don't see how they arrived there. We don't know how they knew it was there. We don't know anything about what's going on. They just go in there, smash up the place, start using some weird powers to turn the people to stone, and then making them. And then when Lucy Liu whispers to them, they start going crazy, attacking each other. It's just that's just it. It just happens. Next thing we know now, in Philadelphia, Billy Batson and the rest of his Shazam family are trying to save some people from the collapsing Benjamin Franklin Bridge, and they pretty much they save the people, but they screw up and the bridge gets destroyed. Okay, it's a little amusing. We get that, they're kids. All right, we good with that on the other side. We also find out that, Billy is trying to hold on a little too tight to them because everybody's trying to do their own thing, and he has not a family before, and they all want to go off on their own now, and he's worried about losing them. We could understand that. Okay, fine. We get that. We understand that, right? Then there's also this thing with Pedro, I believe his name is, right? Pedro. First I will see him there watching baseball, and he's watching pictures of the baseball players and things, and it's clearly leading up to the fact that he's gay. A fact that doesn't play any importance in this movie other than them just needing to just flipping virtue signal. That's it. Now, one character I will say that I actually liked in this movie was actually Freddy, and none of that hero version of Freddy, the normal version of Freddy with the crutch and all kind of thing. I thought his character was actually pretty interesting and pretty nice. He seemed to be the most rounded out of all of it. Even when he was getting, tormented mentally and things, he showed that he had some incredible mental fortitude, and I thought that was actually really cool. Then he ends up meeting this new girl at school. The name again. Right. And he ends up meeting her at school, and it's Rachel Zegler. It turns out that she is also one of the daughters of Atlas. And you're not supposed to ask this in the movie, but it's pretty obvious that you really need to ask it, because you have Atlas, who's a Greek god, and his wife, who was also Greek, and they have children they have daughters who are Helen Mirren, Lucy Liu, and Rachel Zegler. They're all really far apart in age, one. And two, one's a white woman, one's an Asian woman, one's a Latina woman. So how does any of that make sense? But you're not supposed to really ask that, because that's, part of the whole thing. You're not supposed to ask this all kind of nonsense that nobody cares about. So they kidnap Freddy and then, enclose the city in this magical barrier. Fine. Then we go through this whole nonsense of them going to the Rock of Eternity, and they've turned it into some kind of hangout, and they're trying to find information and all kind of stuff. We also find out that the wizard is still alive, even though he literally died at the end of the last movie. He somehow got sent to the realm of the gods. And listen to the stupid part. Apparently, the wizards and humans stole the power of the gods because the gods didn't like humans. So they stole the power of the gods, sealed off the realm so it would have no more magic there, right? And when the staff was broken, when Shazam broke the wizard staff in the first movie, that somehow broke the seal around the realm of the gods. But then they still don't have any magic, so we don't know how they got to Earth or whatever. It just doesn't seem to make any kind of sense, and they never literally explain anything. So they go through the whole thing there, and they want to get this golden apple. The daughters of Atlas want to get this golden apple so that they could have instead the seed for the tree of life. We have some little fights here with Helen Mirren and thing or the other, and I must say, Helen Mirren's performance in this movie wasn't terrible. She seemed to really be doing a pretty okay job. Fine. Zachary Levi as Shazam was pretty much the same from the first movie, so I really couldn't really be bothered one way or another about his performance in that. Okay. There's also like I mentioned, Freddy. I thought his character and performance and stuff was pretty interesting. Okay. The rest of them though, oh my god. It's like everybody in this movie took one day of acting classes and then just decided to go and do these roles. The level of fake enthusiasm and fake everything is so high. It's literally stifling. Literally stifling. Even the guy who's playing Pedro, the younger version of Pedro, fat guy, he kind of looks like a serial killer. He just has no emotion about him on his face whatsoever. There's even this part where, they eventually show up in their superhero personas in front of their parents, and they have to tell them the secret. So they're all there, but it's time to tell the truth. And then Pedro tells them that he's gay. Everybody's like, when watching them, like, yeah, we knew, dude. Yeah, no problem. Okay. I mean, like, what were they supposed to say? This is 2023. Everybody's supposed to be okay with it. You can't be shocked. You can't be worried. You can't be, taken aback. Nothing. Like, if you think, for instance, like, let's say the Spider-Man movie where they were in London and the drones were attacking and MJ and Ned and Happy were inside of this vault there, and they were all revealing secrets, and then Happy said that he's in love with Spider-Man, with Spider-Man's aunt, and everybody kind of turned and watched him in shock, because that was a shocking moment. You weren't really expecting that. I mean, yes, he was talking about the kind of during the movie, but to say it at that point, that was shocking. With this, you've literally been hinting at that all movie. We all know what you're going to do. We all know everybody's going to be okay with it. We all know you're virtue signaling some crap that has no importance in the movie whatsoever, and then that's it. After we do that now, Lucy Liu suddenly decides that she is going to take control and do stuff, because the entire movie leading up to that part, she's just kind of been there. But all of a sudden, you just want the Asian woman to have so much, some kind of girl boss moment. So she kills Helen Mirren, takes control, jumps on this dragon and starts flying around willy-nilly nonsense stuff there. I mean, it all eventually leads up to this long, drawn-out fight between her and Shazam that could have been over in like 10 seconds, but they just keep dragging it out with literally him doing the same move over and over and over and over and over again. Then eventually he builds up a whole bunch of energy, shouts Shazam, big electric explosion, boom, Lucy Liu's dead, Helen Mirren is dead, Rachel Zegler, she's alive, but she got depowered, so she's there. And then Shazam is Billy Batson is dead. Even though we know for a fact he's gonna come back, Once again, the only person showing any kind of real emotion at his death was Freddy. So they bury him, and they're all there about what are they gonna do and anything about it. And the wizard played by let's forget the man name correct. I don't want to put it. I think it's Digimon Houston or something like that. If I say it wrong, I'm sorry, but right. He and all throughout this movie seemed like he was just kind of fed up by it, honestly. But anyway, so he says that only a God's spark could give back power to the staff, but they're all gone. Wham! Lo and behold, who shows up? Wonder Woman. Why? Because they just wanted Gal Gadot to strut around as Wonder Woman one more time in this movie. Doesn't do anything new. She just takes the staff, suddenly ignites some power. I mean, yes, we know that she's a daughter. The gods all can ignite some power. Shazam comes back, big flop. Whoa, we all saw that coming. How shocking. Okay. Then at the end, Rachel Zegler is she and Freddy are there, they're having dinner with the family, all kind of thing. The wizard shows up, he tells them that he's gonna go out and see the world. And then that's it. And then at the end they have these two ridiculous mid-credit scenes. One where some people from Amanda Waller's group go to see Shazam, who's just once again wasting time shooting lightning bolts at cans, and they're inviting him to join the Justice Society, but he thinks that it's the Justice League, but then he kind of declines. It plays no importance towards anything whatsoever. Then we have Dr. Savannah gets visited by Mr. Mime, tells him that some plans are in motion. Then he says that he has to come back, and it doesn't have any point whatsoever. I'm telling you, they literally could have cut out 1 hour and 30 minutes from this movie and saved a lot of time. A lot of time. Everything could have been wrapped up in 30 minutes, and it probably would have made for a much better movie. They even do this part where they're riding around on unicorns, and supposed to look at the unicorns look like some badass looking horses, the kind of unicorns like that. But it just doesn't matter at that point. In looking at the movie, and I literally found myself saying many a times, would somebody just nuke this entire place and just get it over with? The movie was just boring. It dragged incessantly to go nowhere. It was boring as sin, and it just kept being a burden in unto itself and making no sense whatsoever towards anything. I could honestly tell you, I'm telling you, this movie deserved to flop for the kind of nonsense that they made out of this. My final rating for Shazam! Fury of the Gods, I will give this movie a 1.5 out of 5. There is literally no reason for you to see this movie. There's no reason for you to care about this movie. There's no reason for this movie to even have the least bit of any kind of interest in you whatsoever. This movie went nowhere. It's not going anywhere. It should not even exist. Had they gone and made a movie with actually Shazam battling Black Adam, that could have actually worked if done correctly. Instead, we got that nonsense that The Rock did that nobody even cares about. That crap anymore. But that's it. That's all Shazam! Fury of the Gods is. It's just infuriating and a shocking waste of time. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. Have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like the video, try to hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, ring the notification bell to notify every time I put out a new video, and I shall see you all next time. Take care.